Imagine this: a quiet Texas night, the air thick with secrets. A young girl pedals her bike down a dusty road and vanishes into thin air. A family's car breaks down on a lonely highway, only to be found slaughtered, their killer slipping into the shadows. A patch of land, soaked in blood, whispers of over 30 bodies, hidden for decades. What if I told you Texas isn't just the land of wide-open plains and cowboy dreams? It's a graveyard of unsolved horrors, a tapestry of murder and mystery that's been unraveling for over a century. And tonight, we're ripping it wide open. Some say the truth is buried too deep to find. Others swear it's staring us in the face, if we dare to look. Are you ready to uncover the darkest secrets Texas has been hiding? Buckle up, because this ride doesn't let go until the very last breath. Welcome, mystery seekers, to Crime Mysteries Uncovered, the place where the shadows speak and the truth fights to break free. I'm your name, your guide through the twisted trails of the world's most chilling crimes, where every clue is a puzzle and every story leaves you questioning what you thought you knew. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell, because we don't just tell stories, we dig into the dirt, uncover the conspiracies, and chase the ghosts that haunt the headlines. And if you're a returning sleuth, welcome back. You're in for a treat today. In today's video, we're diving headfirst into the heart of the Lone Star State, Texas, a land as vast as it is deadly. From the haunting screams of the Texarkana Moonlight Murders to the blood-soaked enigma of the Texas killing fields, we're peeling back layers of murder, mystery, and controversy that have left investigators baffled, families broken, and the public on edge for decades. According to the Murder Accountability Project, Texas is home to over 22,000 unsolved homicides since 1980 alone, and that's just the beginning. We'll explore the hidden stories, the whispered conspiracies, and the shocking twists that'll keep you guessing until the very end. What really happened to Amber Hagerman? Who stalks the killing fields? And why do some killers vanish like smoke in the Texas wind? Stick around, because every minute unearths a new secret. And trust me, you won't want to miss a single one. Let's get started. Let's step back to 1946, Texarkana, a sleepy border town straddling Texas and Arkansas. It's springtime, the air is warm, and young couples are sneaking off to lovers' lanes under the moonlight. But something sinister is brewing. On February 22nd, Jimmy Hollis and Mary Jean Larry park their car on a quiet road. They're laughing, lost in each other, until a flashlight blinds them. A man steps out of the darkness, his face hidden behind a white sack with holes cut for eyes. He doesn't speak at first, just points a gun and orders them out. What happens next is brutal. Jimmy's skull is fractured, Mary Jean is assaulted, and they barely escape with their lives. The town whispers it's a one-off, until it happens again. March 24th. Richard Griffin and Polly Ann Moore are found dead in their car, shot execution style. Then April 14th, Paul Martin and Betty Jo Booker, a teenage couple, meet the same fate. By May, the killer strikes a farmhouse, murdering Virgil Starks with a gunshot through the window. His wife, Katie, survives, but barely. 5 murders, 3 attacks, all in 10 weeks. Texarkana locks its doors, buys guns, and dubs him the Phantom Killer. But here's the kicker. He's never caught. Who was he? A drifter? A local hiding in plain sight? Let's dive deeper. According to Texas Monthly, the prime suspect was Ewell Swinney, a petty thief with a rap sheet. His wife even hinted he was the killer, but she couldn't testify against him legally. The Texas Rangers brought in their best, including the legendary MT Lone Wolf Gonzalez. They had tire tracks, a bloody shirt, but no confession, no DNA back then. Swinney went to prison for car theft in '47, and the murders stopped. Coincidence? Or did they lock up the Phantom without ever proving it? Some say he died in obscurity. Others whisper he kept killing elsewhere. Untraced, unseen. What do you think? Drop your theories in the comments. I'm dying to hear them. But here's the controversy. Was Swinney really the guy? Locals swore they saw a tall, thin man in a mask, but descriptions varied. And what about the hidden story? Some claim the police botched the case, too scared to admit a serial killer outsmarted them. The 1976 film The Town That Dreaded Sundown cemented the legend, but did it bury the truth? Stay tuned, because this is just the first blood stain on Texas's dark canvas. Now let's drive down Interstate 45, a 50-mile stretch between Houston and Galveston, known as the Highway of Hell. Since the 1970s, over 30 bodies, mostly young women, have been dumped in a 25-acre patch of land off Calder Road. It's called the Texas Killing Fields, and it's a nightmare without an ending. Picture this: a girl walks home from a convenience store and vanishes. Her body turns up weeks later, half buried in the mud, then another and another. Who's doing this? One killer? Many? Let's unpack this chilling puzzle. According to Deliver Us by Catherine Casey, it started in 1971 with Brenda Jones, a 14-year-old found strangled. Then Colette Wilson, Gloria Gonzalez, Heidi Fye, the list grows. By the 90s, police are drowning in bodies and theories. One name pops up: Edward Harold Bell. In 1998, this convicted murderer writes a letter claiming he killed 11 girls here. Creepy, right? But here's the twist. Cops can't pin a single body on him. No DNA, no proof. Then in 2009, Kevin Edison Smith is nabbed in Louisiana. His DNA ties him to 13-year-old Crystal Jean Baker's murder in '96. One solved, but what about the rest? The controversy explodes. Is this the work of a single mastermind or a dumping ground for multiple killers? Locals call it cursed land. Some even say cops ignored tip to protect someone big. Hidden story? Oh, there's one. Rumors swirl of a sex trafficking ring tied to I-45 with girls snatched and silenced. No proof, but the whispers won't die. What keeps you on edge here? The fact that bodies still turn up. Laura Miller in '86, Jane Doe in 2020, and the killers keep slipping away. Stick with me, because this rabbit hole's about to get darker. January 13th, 1996, Arlington, Texas. 9-year-old Amber Hagerman rides her pink bike near an abandoned grocery store. Her little brother Ricky heads home, leaving her alone. A witness sees a man in a black truck grab her. She screams. He speeds off. 4 days later, her body's found in a creek, throat slashed. The killer? Still out there. This isn't just a murder. It's the case that changed the world. Ever heard of the Amber Alert? This is where it was born. But let's rewind, because the mystery's far from over. According to the FBI's 1996 files, the suspect was a white or Hispanic male, 25 to 40, driving a dark pickup. A neighbor saw it happen but couldn't get the plate. Police canvassed, chased leads, nothing stuck. Here's where it gets wild. Some say it was a random predator. Others, they point to a local, a man Amber might have known. No arrests, no closure. The hidden story? Rumors of a cover-up. Did cops miss something big, or was this guy just a ghost? The controversy still burns. Why hasn't DNA cracked this? They've got samples, but no match. Some whisper the killer's dead. Others swear he's watching, waiting. What do you think? Random act or calculated strike? Tell me below, because Amber's voice still echoes, and we're not done digging. December 6th, 1991, Austin, Texas, a college town buzzing with life. 4 girls, Amy Ayers, Eliza Thomas, and sisters Jennifer and Sarah Harbison, are closing up I Can't Believe It's Yogurt when hell breaks loose. A fire erupts. Firefighters rush in and find a slaughter. The girls are bound, gagged, shot, and burned. The youngest, just 13. Who did this, and why? Buckle up. This one's a roller coaster of suspects, confessions, and chaos. According to Texas Monthly, over 50 people confessed. Wild, right? Serial killer Kenneth McDuff was a suspect, but he's ruled out. Then, in '99, cops nab Robert Springsteen and Michael Scott. They confess, but later recant, claiming coercion. DNA doesn't match. They're freed in 2009. So who's guilty? The hidden story. Some say dirty cops framed them to close the case. The controversy? That DNA still floats out there, untested against new databases. Could the real killer be watching this right now? Stay with me. We're not done yet. June 23rd, 1965, Houston. Marvin Rogers calls police. His aunt and uncle, Fred and Edwina Rogers, aren't answering. Cops break in and find a fridge full of body parts. Heads in the crisper, limbs stacked like meat. The couple's been hacked apart, and their son Charles is gone. This isn't just a murder, it's a conspiracy magnet. Was Charles a CIA hitman?
A madman? Let's crack this icebox open. According to the Icebox Murders by Chris Hugh, Charles was a recluse living in the attic, slipping notes under doors. Blood near his room seals the deal. He's the prime suspect. But here's the twist. He vanishes. Some say he fled to Mexico. Others, they claim he was a spy tied to JFK's assassination, killed to silence him. No body, no arrest. What's your take? Genius killer or framed pawn? hit the comments because this one's still thawing out. And there you have it. Mystery Seekers, the blood-soaked secrets of Texas, from the Phantom Killer's reign to the Icebox's chilling riddle. We've uncovered murders, chased shadows, and dug into controversies that still haunt the Lone Star State. But the story doesn't end here. What do you think? Who's lurking in the killing fields? Did Charles Rogers outsmart us all? Drop your theories in the comments. I read every single one, and I'll shout out the best in the next video. If you loved this deep dive, smash that like button. It helps us keep the mysteries coming. Haven't subscribed yet? Join the Crime Mysteries Uncovered family. Hit subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss a case. Share this with your fellow sleuths. Let's get more eyes on these unsolved horrors. Up next, we're tackling T's next video topic, e.g., the Midwest's deadliest unsolved cases. You won't believe what's waiting. Until then, keep your eyes open. Because the truth is out there, and we're going to find it. See you soon.